Aloha hoku ohana. Thank you guys so much for joining me here for your reading. This is about a big change is coming, whether you're ready for it or not. And I saw on a coach that was going Leo Express. So there's something about you taking a risk, okay, or taking some kind of chance leads to, I'm hearing, a fortuitous turn of events, okay? And this new chapter is going to unfold for you like a lotus flower, because I saw a lotus on a car that was going by. And then after that, I also passed a lion park. That's what it was called, which symbolizes a transition in your life. When we talk about parks in the metaphysical realm, this could be a change where you're kind of going to, I'm hearing, be dropped off to a certain new pickup point, and you're going to sit and kind of gather and reflect on everything that has led you to this turn of events. So it kind of feels like a surreal moment for you, and or at least it will be. And if you think about lions, the way that they kind of go after certain things is they pounce towards something. So I feel like this is like a new beginning, and you're going to be like, there's a moment of reflection. There's almost going to be a moment where you're going to sit. I'm hearing, it almost feels like I'm seeing somebody watch something where either the numbers go up for something, or I'm hearing like the reach goes further than they had ever even anticipated. I'm also seeing like statistics climb up. You know, it's like something goes up and somebody's watching it, and suddenly time stands still, and they're like, this isn't real. You know, it almost feels like there's a dream that has come true in that moment, and it feels like this is a moment where your life becomes that lucid dream. And this represents a calculated risk or a gamble of some kind, and the lion in my TF message talks about it's time to act. So I feel like the time is right for this. And they're also known for being efficient hunters, pouncing on a target, right? So this could be something that you have your eye on, and this could be something that just excites you. Now, after that, I saw a rabbit moves on a truck that was going by. There was like a movers company called Rabbit Moves. So this is a symbolization for a new opportunity. If you think about the white rabbit, there could be something that you're wanting to act on, or something that you want to take a chance on, and you're very curious about it. You know, it's like, again, the call to follow your intuition or pursue a mysterious or unknown path. It's the moment where Neo saw the white rabbit and he kind of followed it and was led into this whole other world. And the moment where Alice followed the rabbit down the rabbit hole, which is like a wormhole. So this is like a shortcut of events. It's like your curiosity is your guide, and there's something around your heart is gently guiding you towards your chosen destination. And the way that you're being led right now that goes beyond the mind is going to lead you to something that the mind is going to need to catch up with. That's almost how it feels like. It's almost like, you know, when something's happening and it just feels like it's one of those moments that feels like this isn't real, you know? That's the energy that I'm receiving. So yeah, I feel like you're going to find yourself like Alice in the Wonderland in this surreal adventure. Essentially, chasing the white rabbit means to seek new experiences that were unknown to you before, right? New possibilities in life that begin to open up for you. And you're following your intuition, your inner guidance. That's what rabbits in the metaphysical realm mean. It shows that you're listening to a gut feeling, and that does pay off for you. So follow those instincts. And also, I was hearing like the masculine trait. So there's something around the instinctual urge to take action towards something. One, affirmed by your intuition, by the feminine guide within, leads to creation, okay? But it's being able to blend the two, understand the difference between instinct and also intuition, okay? So I'm hearing it's when the two come into that blend and that harmonious marriage that you begin to move mountains. So the white rabbits also represent an unexpected, exciting phase in your life, and also chasing an elusive goal that may feel like it's out of reach, but it's something that you're going to, again, be able to pounce at, because lions are efficient hunters. And I was also seeing exaltation. So the reason you're going to exalt in this, which is basically planet in its very comfortable element where it can operate at optimal function. So there's something around you're going to be able to literally exalt in whatever this is, which is also, when we talk about Jupiter specifically, it's like you're going to be able to grow and expand in whatever this is, or this thing is going to grow and expand because of the energy that you're putting into, because you're just in your element, you know? It's like elemental factors and ones that blend so seamlessly together as if they were meant to be. So it almost feels like this is something that was predestined in a lot of ways, something that your soul had initially intended to experience right before this incarnation. and you're just getting back in check with this. So I'm hearing that is literally the path of least resistance, but it does require you to kind of move past the barriers or limitations that one had set for themselves in some way. So yeah, I'm excited to see what this is. Let's go ahead and open up with this Leo expressed energy. And it's funny because when I passed this coach, one of the drivers like in the coach waved to me and I wasn't expecting it. And it just, yeah, I obviously waved back and smiled, but it just made my day because I just didn't expect it. So there's something around the way that you're going to be received is something that is going to be like a pleasant surprise as well. It's like how welcoming this wonderland is for you. Maybe these new characters, right, as you embark on this side quest, which is like new aspects, new facets of yourself, new skills, talents, objects, things that wouldn't have been acquired. Is that the right word? Acquired, if you acquire something, but in a tangible form, or maybe intangible form. Maybe these are things that you wouldn't have like collected or received. Yeah, or like I'm seeing like an assemblage point too, which is super interesting. So this is like where you really get to step into that magician mode. I feel like these are different elements, okay, that are really important for the bigger picture of some kind. All right. Okay, so we have energy and we also have magnetic field. Wow. So this is like some type of information that we're going to be receiving, all right? It almost is like this surge of energy. I'm seeing the 8 of Wands energy. So this is the burst of energy and vitality that you literally receive throughout all of your organism, right, throughout your whole being and your bioelectrical being. So I feel like there is a surge of energy, right, a surge of bioelectricity, and you're going to be able to sustain, there's something around you're going to be able to sustain this charge. Like you're going to be on it. I'm basically seeing it's like you're on it, like you're sustaining this charge because this is happening through you. It's like you're just open to, I'm hearing these electric currents or waves or these new streamlines, okay, of success. This could be information that you're downloading that you're then acting upon, but I'm seeing like a transmission and also a receiver. So there's something that you're being asked to kind of receive during this time and then act upon. So this could be information that you're receiving, right, from these higher archetypal fractals of yourself existing in these different frequencies or dimensions, and you're kind of acting upon that in the 3rd dimension. And then you have dark energy, and that's moving you through times of uncertainty. Now dark energy here at the base basically talks about you unlocking some type of unknown potential, right? It talks about something that basically comes from unknown origins. I literally opened it on wormhole, which talks again about a shortcut of events of some kind. It leads you directly towards the goal. So it's like you have these high levels of consciousness and when operating in this system. So the mystery, undiscovered potential, dark energy is the prevalent energy of the universe. It basically talks about what if being a certain version of yourself, thinking that this is your full potential, what if there's a lot more to discover by turning on the flashlight? There is much more to discover, and I do feel like there is something that's significant that you're about to be discovering. Let's go ahead and take a look at energy here. Again, this is like a surge of energy that you receive, maybe some type of information, clarification, everything which exists in energy, right? This is so that energy can be transformed, and I feel like your life is about, I'm hearing about to be transformed into a higher octave because you're now accessing a higher octave vibrational version of yourself. Basically you're activating higher octave or higher fractals of yourself. So yeah, this is a beautiful omen of strength. Also shows that if you're facing any conflict, you're kind of reviewing the energy that you put into it and transform it. So you're a huge energy converter basically during this time. So this is producing some kind of movement in your life, okay, some kind of situation that you could be investing into. It could be anything work related, but it shows an activation that's happening for you. And with the magnetic field, again, it also talks about, but the total amount of energy stays constant. So this is something I'm hearing that doesn't drain you. It's something that actually revitalizes you and actually excites you. There's something around this puts you in a complete different state of, I'm hearing altered state of consciousness, like literally. Let's go ahead and take a look at magnetic field that you're working with. Again, and the deeper levels of brainwaves that you access actually leads to you operating in this system and this construct from higher dimensional levels of awareness. So there's something around you seeing life through this, I'm hearing alternate, not alternate, but I'm hearing ulterior perspective. That's interesting that it's ulterior, interior perspective. There's something around seeing the world inside of yourself and all the potential that you have instead of feeling like it's just you in the world. It's like you're looking at the world inside of you. Ulterior. That's interesting because usually you hear like an ulterior motive. Let me just define this real quick. See if there's any other context. I wonder why that came up. Existing beyond what is obvious or admitted, intentionally hidden. So again, there's almost something that's ulterior about this, existing beyond what is obvious or admitted. So this could be something that you're not necessarily saying, you're just kind of doing it. Like you're not necessarily announcing this to anyone else. It's like you're a witness to all that you're receiving right now. It's like you're a witness to what you're tuned into and what you're tapped into. Okay, so let's go and take a look at magnetic field. Again, this could definitely be increasing your, I'm hearing aura of influence as well. I can't even find it. I feel like I'm really, let me just kind of be here right now. Magnetic field. I really, honestly, I can't really remember what this reading is about. I literally forgot everything right then. Let me see. That could be how you're going to feel, because that's what I was going to say earlier. It almost feels like when you go into these altered states of consciousness, sometimes it's almost like you're going to look around and you don't even realize how you got here. You know, it almost feels like that because there's a higher power inside of you that's guiding you. Okay. I feel like you're unlearning and relearning a new way of doing things as well. I don't even know where M is in the alphabet right now, to be honest with you. Like, I just realized. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Magnetic field, the space where things happen. And again, you're creating this space for things to happen. And it's because you're not attaching to like one linear construct or one linear timeline. It's like there are new literally myriad of possibilities revealing themselves to you. So this is a force field. It basically talks about as you move closer to the point of origin, the intensity grows and it disperses at the speed of light. So you're moving closer to your point of origin, which is you being a bioplasma being, right? It's like you being this formless being that's operating this world by incarnating into this formed vessel, right? And there's something around your kind of your infinite nature is now leading the way. You know, it's like you're walking according to your divine essence because you're not compartmentalizing or separating yourself from your own divinity. It's not something that's it's out there. No, it's within you, right? So yeah, this is super interesting. Outside of this field, no such events can occur. So there's almost like this magnetism that you're feeling drawn towards, and also things are drawn towards you as you sit. I'm hearing as you stay seated in this energy. Okay, what else? What is this about? Okay, so we have the rabbit muse. Okay, let's go and take a look at Rabbit in Wonderland. Again, this could be something that you're very curious about, like on a soul level. Fifth house is also about like the inner child too. Vapor trail, right? So there's something that you're going to be leaving a trail in regards to. This talks about chemtrails, and then you also have black hole. Okay, so this is like an acceleration of events, especially if you're putting this in towards like some kind of project of some kind. It shows that you're putting in like mass amounts of energy towards this. Let me go ahead and read black hole for you. Black hole basically talks about healthy limits, and also being able to work within those limits. If the reading refers to a project or concrete process, then an immense amount of energy is being absorbed. This is a highly positive energy, as everything will be channeled into this project. Okay, so there's something around you're channeling this energy, and that's leading to literally set off with vapor trail. It's like you're leaving some type of mark. I'm hearing like you're leaving kind of breadcrumbs behind for others to follow, which is super interesting. Right, let me go ahead and see. It's like I'm hearing this is where you kind of shapeshift into a white rabbit, depending on, yeah, I'm seeing like this is interesting. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like this self-organizing system in terms of everyone plays a different archetype, and it's like you're learning that you hold more than one archetypal version of yourself. It's like, and you're not even attaching even to that. And because you're detached, you serve as this shapeshifter in this experience where you are exactly what people need at that stage of evolution, or at that stage of evolution of their soul. Okay, so there's something around you can serve as a white rabbit, but then you also serve as Alice. Then you can also serve as the Cheshire Cat and the Mad Hatter. It's like you can serve as this fluid experience because you're so detached, and that's why you're so high vibrational. It's like people see you how they want to see you. They can perceive you based upon the way that they perceive themselves and what they need most in that moment in time. So people could be curious about you. People could also think that you're mad, right, with Alice, as like no one really understood her. People could also think that you're a cryptic guide with a Cheshire cat, right? And also like just someone that is completely otherworldly with the Mad Hatter. People can think that you've just lost the plot, right? Depending on how they want to perceive you. The Mad Hatter says something around, you know, is this a dream? Is this reality? Who knows, you know, what's what? You know, it's hard to tell the difference. So there's something around this. It's like you kind of shift throughout all of these, and maybe at different times you feel like this for yourself, like you can play these archetypes for yourself. But let me go to read Vapor Trail. That was interesting. So yeah, the past that left its mark in the sky. So there's something that you're going to leave a mark on when it comes to historical timeline, right? It's like you're about to leave your mark in history as you go fill in on what this is. And those who jump into like the black hole, it's almost like be prepared to say goodbye to the old ways of navigating the world, because Neo was never the same once the veil of the Matrix was lifted, right? And so was Alice. Like when she went through the wormhole, like her life was never the same. So there's something about there's no going back from this. Like there's no going back to operating the world in the way that you once did. And I'm hearing you're going from someone who's been naive to stepping into an even deeper like naivety, but then also realizing that you hold this ancient wisdom within you, and that can be seen, I'm hearing, as naive by others, but really you're stepping into this playful energy within this creation. So you can be perceived as being naive, right? Like Alice, like, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about, blah blah blah, or like something else, like there's something deeper, or at times you can be seen as this deep cryptic guide, and you know more than what you lead on or what you let on, right? Because I'm seeing like the Queen of Wands energy too, which is the mystic. So yeah, people will meet you as far as they've met themselves, but you serve as all of these different, I'm hearing like surface areas, but your surface area is like very broad, right? That's what I'm seeing. The detriment when you walk on thin ice is that like the smaller you keep yourself, the more likely you're going to basically fall. But there's something around the reason why you get to stand strong is because you're not afraid of holding space, not just for yourself, but also others. That's what I'm seeing. But there's something around your surface area, like you're supposed to take up space for a reason. And you're kind of teaching others to begin to grow into these different spatial aspects or like potential of themselves that they would have like secluded themselves from otherwise. That's interesting. I don't know why that's coming through, but you know what's really interesting is I get really cold after I finish these reads, and then as soon as I get these reads, like turn on these energies, like I get really, really hot. So there could be something about you kind of know how to turn, that you know what temperature or the environment. I don't know. But the temperature is rising, okay? The temperature is rising when people are around you. I'm hearing you, that's what it is. You melt the ice. There's something about the crystalline structure and like crystallized thought forms in people's multidimensional fields, right? They hold within themselves. It's like you begin, when people are around you, you kind of melt these reinforced thought forms. Like they begin to question their way of being or their mindset, right? These neurological pathways that they've reinforced through unconscious repetition. But you make other people become aware or conscious of where they repeat these same cycles, and they begin to form like literally new neurological networks, right? New neurological pathways just being around you. It's like they begin to think differently, and they're kind of firing these new neural networks. That's what I'm seeing, which is super interesting. So people could feel like linked to you in some way as well. It's like they're linking back to that source of origin that also exists within them. Like they begin to recognize, you could serve as a mirror in that way. I'm hearing like you're aware of them originating from the same plasma, originating from the same source, but you're also aware that they're just not conscious of that. So there's something around you holding space for that. And you're kind of, I'm hearing gently awakening consciousness. You know, like you're able to observe or witness people gently waking up from this deep slumber that they've been in. And it's like, oh yeah, we're all mad here. Welcome to Wonderland. That's the energy that comes through. So it's almost like they could first see you as Alice, right? Or Neo. And then they begin to see like these other energies that are coming through them. They see you as like Morpheus and all these different, yeah, which is super interesting. Yeah, I don't know, I'm really like going on a side rant. This was supposed to be a really quick read, by the way, so I'm just gonna close out with one read, one card, and then we'll probably love and leave you guys there. Let's just see what energy you need to know. So we have 5 of Wands. So again, holding space for that contrast, holding space for that adversity. This is about you kind of being at one with this flame inside of yourself, and being okay if others may feel like they need an external flame to be able to recognize or awaken the flame that is within, right? This is a heart space. This is the yin energy. Let me clarify this real quick with the 5 of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups, and then we also have the Fool card. So acceptance is going to be a big thing. Acceptance kind of neutralizes the energy, and it's a gateway to compassion. There's something about really shift your perception during this time and your perspective. You'll shift paradigms, and it will be easier to shift through these timelines in very conscious ways, and liberate yourself. With your honest energy, become predictable even to yourself. Okay, there's something around that. Become an unpredictable yet eminently reliable friend. Being able to hold space for others in a way that they may not be able to fully do for themselves right now. But yeah, this could be a leap of faith that you guys are taking. And the thing is, with this bridge, it does require you to be vulnerable to some kind of degree. This bridge, as soon as they turn around, it literally leads them to a castle and an infinite, like literally, other infinite cups. So there's something around shift your perspective during this time that's going to be really important for you, because you don't want to be weighed down by density there behind the black hole. And I'm also seeing this as allow people to focus on what they want to focus on during this time, like respect the free will of others. There's something around that, respect the free will, even if it's like even like respect the cycles of suffering that people keep themselves in, right? And with the Fool card, I feel like you're on a whole other entirely different mission here, or quest. You know, this is somebody that's very curious, and this is curiosity, allowing curiosity to be your biggest guide. And you will begin to see how your life transforms as a result of that, okay? Because this person's about to be realigned and redirected. They just don't know it yet. It just requires them to follow that curiosity and follow that conscious call towards a new path and a new way of being. So continue the path, because there's beautiful discoveries that await you. Okay, yeah, follow the side quest, everyone. Follow the side quest. I'm gonna actually, let's close out with one message, and then I'll probably love and leave you right there. Whoa, I feel like so much just came out of me, and I don't even okay, let's just see. All right, we have Deceit coming out, and then you also have Daughter Romance too. So that's interesting, and then you're all tied up. Yeah, okay, okay, there is a shift that's going to be happening when it comes to your environments. That's like the one message that I'm receiving here. Don't keep the roots of the past like preventing you from being able to break free into a new beginning, okay? This is about your comfort zone of some kind. Deceit is almost like don't reduce yourself or your surface area. Otherwise, because it's only going to be to your detriment, okay? Don't dim your light to try to fit in. Don't reduce yourself in any way to try to fit in, because you weren't made to fit in, all right? This is somebody that needs to kind of break free from, I'm hearing kind of allowing others to deceive them of what they know to be true, okay? For themselves. And hold space for your truth, and also hold space for others' truths. I know that that can be different. Now you have community here at the base, which shows new beneficial alliances are kind of awaiting you and kind of waiting for you to break free. So whatever it is that you guys need to break free from, whatever it is that you need to kind of take that calculated risk towards, follow that calling, follow your curiosity towards the new life. Because there's something around you being literally led towards a shortcut of events. Something that would usually take a long period of time is going to be collapsed into a very short frame, okay? But a lot is about to happen all at once you make this, I'm hearing, monumental decision for yourself, okay? It solidifies a new timeline. It also collapses an old paradigm, okay? there's a turning point that happens for you. Okay, I'm gonna love any of you guys right there. If you're not already subscribed to this channel on Instagram for future reads, do consider subscribing. I'd love to have you around. Personal reading details are also down below. And if you want to join our Discord server, feel free to join that as well. That we're also gonna have a link down below as well. And if you guys are looking for some beautiful, high quality jewelry for all of your manifestation needs, check out the Otter Spirit discount code we also have in the description box. And until next time, bye.